Hey there, welcome back. We are playing another game today. We are checking out Ambulance Life as a paramedic simulator. I am a basic EMT in real life, so this should be pretty fun. I plan on doing a few videos about this, and during the playthrough I might explain kind of how we would do it in real life and some of the stuff that the game gets wrong. I've played quite a bit of this game already, so I understand how it works. And there are a few things that it has correct and a few things that it has not so correct. But anyway, let's get into it. If you like what you see today, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get started.
Alarm for ambulance 152.
Okay, so we have a new call out. So let's get on over to the ambulance. Now, in real life, I wouldn't be running. We don't run usually in fire and EMS just because if I get hurt, like say I roll my ankle or I run into somebody, one of my partners, it does nobody any good if we're hurt. But anyway.
Person has trouble responding to the caller.
Okay, it sounds like it's a drug overdose. Mark it on the map here.
A person is reported to have collapsed near a club. Transmitting the location now. Hurry up. Over.
And just like real life, none of the traffic gets out of the fucking way. I will say though, they do pull off to the side of the road really well. They don't get in your way, but most of the time, I don't know, like this, they're still kind of in my way. I still have to slow down pretty heavily. Clear my intersection. Alright, so we're going on an overdose, so we're going to be thinking Narcan, possibly cardiac arrest. Depending on how far into it they are. Oh my gosh. I hate it when people race me. Okay. Split the C here. Alright, this call's looking like it's just down the road from us now. We're gonna be rolling up. The thing with overdoses is we'd be thinking Narcan, obviously, but we'd also be thinking breathing for the patient, so opiate overdoses are just an attack on your respiratory system. So a lot of the time we can just avoid giving Narcan and actually breathe for them until we get to the hospital. It works just as well. Problem is when we Narcan somebody, usually they wake up and they're pretty angry with us that we've taken away their high. So I'm guessing it's going to be this lady on the bench here. Let's see, she's still conscious with us, so that's good. Let's do a quick body scan here. Make sure we don't have any major bleeding or anything that needs to be treated right away.
Is in my left forearm.
Okay. You tell me what happened?
Let's enjoy the night.
Okay, so she's definitely on some kind of substance.
Totally hang.
I'm not thinking opiate.
Do you know this party fever?
I'm thinking she's on like
Only
ecstasy
when I'm
or something.
clubbing.
Starting to feel. I love the one that says treatment, calm down the patient, and then you hit it and they're like, I'm feeling better. It's like, no, you're not. And then this one is also hilarious. How can we be of assistance? I've also noticed a glitch where my hair will do some weird things. Don't know what that's about, but anyway, let's get around to the cot. This is a Ferno cot. Ferno cots are very annoying to use. I'm not a big fan of them. More of a striker person myself, but that's okay. Another thing I don't like about this game is that your partner doesn't drive you to the hospital. So you have to do all your intervention before you leave the scene. And then the entire time your partner's saying, hurry up, we gotta go, we gotta go. It's like, well, you're not going to do jack shit in the back of this ambulance. First of all. Second of all, we got other stuff to do. Okay, let's get a set of vitals here. I want a blood pressure. It's going to take her shirt off. Looks like she hit her left forearm there. So I'm probably going to wrap that up. I don't know what that would be from, unless maybe she fell or something. So let's wrap that up. Like I said, opiate overdose, that would attack your respiratory. This is, I'm guessing, a different type of overdose on a different type of drug. 150 over 109, that's a high blood pressure. Going to also get a heart rate and oxygen saturation. A lot of people say oxygen statistic. That is not correct. We don't gauge statistics, we gauge saturation. The amount of oxygen that is saturating your blood, pretty much, in layman's terms. But anyway,
Temperature's going down. We're back to normal.
98.6. It's good temperature. Her blood pressure is still up there. 100 is a heart rate, and 100% on room air. Okay. I'm also going to listen to her lung sounds here. They're sounding clear. Then let's get a blood glucose on her. 87, we treat at 70. So I'm okay with that. Actually, we treat at 60. But 70 and 100 is the normal limit. So I'm okay with that. I'm gonna get an IV access just because I can. If something happens, we can do something about it. Another thing I don't like, I've noticed that you can't do cardiac monitoring in this game. That's kind of frustrating. The thing is, I don't think that she's suffering from an opiate overdose. And Narcan won't do anything for that. Her respiratory drive is up. I heard the lung sounds. They were fine. Her blood pressure's up right now, so let's see if I can get that down. Which I don't think I have anything for hypertension or high blood pressure. So we're going to just have to kind of let her write it out. Well,
Don't delay transport. Let's
see,
go.
and then he starts yelling, which it's funny because here I'm almost positive while we're transporting he's going to ask me a stupid ass question. He's going to be like, her temperature is getting too low, what should I do? And I'm going to tell him, turn on the thermostat, and he's going to be like, oh yeah, good idea. Anyway, let's get her over to the hospital. I don't think I need to go lights and sirens. A lot of the time we won't go lights and sirens to the hospital with a patient in the back, just because it's a huge risk, and if you're not going to die, then I'm not going to put us in a situation that could cause us death. Now, if she were...
We have to do
See?
something now.
Use the fucking thermostat, dude. Stupid ass questions. But then he's hurrying me to get up into the driver's seat. Not a competent person. Anyway, if she were dying, we would definitely be going lights and sirens to the hospital because the risk outweighs the benefit. I'm sorry, the benefit outweighs the risk. But we'll cut over to when we get to the hospital so you guys don't have to watch Traffic Simulator all day, and we'll see you there.
Understood. I'll handle it.
Alright, so we're going to upgrade lights and sirens now. The patient's temperature is rising, their blood pressure is still very high, and their heart rate is also teeter-tottering on high. since I can't be back there dealing with the patient, I don't want to risk it. So we're just gonna go lights and sirens to the hospital. Unfortunately, also my patient's or my partner's incompetent, so makes it tough. We're gonna roll her in. Let's see. Yeah, okay. The game liked what we did. I'm fine with what we did. We'll jump back in the ambulance, go to the next call, which should be coming in pretty quick. The calls generate pretty fast in this game.
Unit 152, you're needed for an urgent call. Confirm receipt, over. We have a report for some people partying at the beach. At least one of the people is unresponsive.
Okay, so we have a party at the beach. One patient's unresponsive. We'll see if they're actually unresponsive.
Over.
But we'll get rolling that way. Onto the street, kick on our siren. There we go. I will say I don't like that you can't separate your siren and your lights. In real life, we can. We can turn off our siren or our lights separately. So, for example, when I'm rolling up on scene, there's no need to have my siren on usually, so I would turn that off and keep my lights on. It'd be nice to have that feature in this game. Parting the traffic pretty nicely here. Okay. There we go. We're gonna take the cot down with us. That's another thing. Usually in real life, we do take the stretcher or the cot with us because we're probably going to need it anyway. So why not take it? Just got to figure out where this rager party is. Okay, yep, we have our patient over here. He's definitely unconscious. Got a good bruise there on his right and left side. So let's see. We're going to want to check and see if this patient has a pulse. I'm also going to ask this guy what's going on. So,
honestly, I have no idea. We were celebrating, and suddenly my friend dozed off.
So this might be our opiate overdose that we were talking about earlier.
Alarmingly long. Once we noticed they were unresponsive, we urgently called 911. They were vomiting early on, but now there's nothing but silence.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this guy. Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with this face?
Absolutely.
Ask this guy what's going on.
I have no idea of what went wrong. They simply...
Go ahead.
We've just popped some party pills.
Party pills, there we go.
I don't think so, but we did have an important exam today, and we were looking forward to celebrating.
Okay. Let's do, let's see if we can give a little Narcan, which we cannot, so, not on the beach at least. So let's pick up the patient. I also want to see if we noticed anything. So okay, so they are still breathing. So yeah, I'm thinking opiate overdose, opioid overdose, however you want to say it. I say opiate. Like I said, Fernocott, it's extremely hard to navigate. Alright. Let's get into the back of the ambulance. He's going to get some Narcan, and we're going to start breathing for him here as well. Unfortunately, you can't breathe for a patient in this game. Usually we have what's called a BVN. And we would use that to pump air into them. But, like I said, let's use some naloxone, which is Narcan. Pop that in there. Start getting a set of vitals here. There's also always a chance that we'll have to give 2 doses of Narcan. If it doesn't work, obviously something else is going on, and we need to figure that out. Heart rate is pretty high, blood pressure is somewhat within the normal ranges. We're going to give a second dose of Narcan here. Used to, we put 1 in each nair. Now they give us these preloaded ones that you just shoot up 1 nair and it goes from there. But okay, we're also going to check a blood glucose and see he's unconscious. That is usually by protocol. 90, I think it's milligrams per deciliter is what that measurement is. I always get that wrong. But it's 90, so that's actually within the normal limits, so that's good. Lung sounds are somewhat okay. His chest is moving really funky for the way he's breathing. We're gonna get a IV access. Perfect. Again, I wish I could have some cardiac monitoring, but that's okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? The arsenal of drugs. I don't really need to give ketamine. We're gonna do Narcan one more time. One more round of Narcan. And on top of that, we're going to intubate him. So I am worried about his respiratory drive. It's not really giving me much. He's breathing fine, but at the same time, I don't want that to diminish and become a major problem while on route. Other than that, I'm okay with what we've got. We're going to bump up the temperature quite a bit in here. Yep.
Don't delay transport. Let's go.
Yeah. Shush, shush, shush. The grown-ups are doing things. Although I am done with my treatment. I'm comfortable with taking him now. We are going to go lights and sirens to the hospital. Which is just right down the road. Which is very nice for the patient.
Temperature is dropping rapidly. It's getting too low.
Use the thermostat. I mean, this guy that they give us is extremely incompetent. The fact that he doesn't know how to treat for temperature is freaking amazing. Baffles me. Oh shit. Okay, well, this lane's parting pretty good, so. So out to the hospital, we'd be telling the doctors over the radio what we've got coming to them, so that way they understand what the severity is. And then once we got here, we would also give a full report to the doctor as we walked in, so that way they kind of knew what was going on. But let's go and bring this patient in.
Let me see. We take over from here.
Alright. Not too bad. Score's pretty good. Triage score, didn't really need to triage him. There weren't multiple patients at the scene. But it's giving me a bad score for whatever reason. But we did pretty good on that one. So anyway, we're gonna end this here. But if you, like I said, if you want to see more, or if you liked what you saw, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. I plan on doing more of these videos and kind of explaining along the way what I'm thinking, what I would do, and what my interventions would be. But anyway, be safe, and until next time, see you later.